Hello everyone, it's the weekend. I'm your host Erin and I will be reading for all 12 signs from Spirit for the weekend of August 12th through August 14th. Let's get started and find out what messages Spirit has for you. And welcome to you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for stopping in. And now let's see what Spirit has to say for you this weekend. So we are starting with the King of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. So we know there's some challenge for you this weekend, Capricorn. And that's okay. I mean, you're very industrious and ambitious, so you're not going to have a hard time dealing with whatever is coming your way. The King of Swords is usually representing being able to understand a very complex situation very easily, fully getting it. So that would recommend, it seems to me like that would be involving something official. So perhaps looking into real estate, perhaps something that involves law or politics, something that is going to require your full knowledge in order to feel comfortable dealing with it. So this weekend, if you're looking to do anything that's legal or something where you're perhaps even getting involved in something in a political arena, so if you've been thinking about it, Capricorn, this would be the time. It seems like you're going to be able to really feel comfortable with your decision to get involved in that. And let's look at your other swords. You're starting and you're ending with your challenge. So the Five of Swords is talking about a wake-up call, being able to resolve a conflict, something that you've been thinking about, something that's been causing you some tension, perhaps even. You're willing to and able to. Again, you're fully understanding complex situations. You're understanding things that are usually kind of puzzling for you. You're in command of that. So, of course, this would be the weekend where you would want to really figure out some other things that might have been puzzling to you. So your challenge is saying things that have been you have not understood, things that have caused you cloudiness or some indecision. You're going to be able to cut to the chase and get that taken care of. So Capricorn, this is going to be a weekend that's really going to be your kind of thing. You're going to be on top of your game. You're going to be in the whole zone of the Capricorn. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is what I call kind of the downer money card. It's where you're feeling that insecurity, isolation, that financial loss brings you. But seeing as you're working on something contractual, something that is going to be pretty serious, like legal or official things are going on for you this weekend. So I'm thinking perhaps that's where that money thing is coming in. But I also feel like it's going to be something that benefits you in the long run because, as we said, you're understanding these things now. So you're not going blindly into this contractual thing. You're not going blindly into this very serious legal situation or something that's going to require you to really understand what you're doing. You're on top of that. So I think that this is a temporary financial feeling. And of course, we're talking about your weekend, Capricorn, so very possibly that's what it is. You're needing to get your financial ducks in a row, and with your swords, it says you're going to be able to do that. So concentrate. And now for you, Virgo. We are starting with the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. So even though you're strong in the Pentacles here, and you have a very strong, very powerful Pentacle, it's interesting to me that you also have the Ten of Cups. Though it be an emotional card, we also know that it's talking about the high self-esteem and feeling that sense of connectedness, especially with the home. So in that case, it's with these money cards, I'm thinking that this is money that's going to be family driven, something that's along the family line, and something that's going to bring you that sense of security and like you're really on the mark. So your money is right and your emotion is right, especially when it comes to family. So for you, Virgo, this is a really nice emotional card, I think, because it really makes sense to you. It's talking about that sense of a purposeful life, feeling that connectedness, of something that's really going to makes sense to you. It's an emotional card that makes sense. So very attractive for you. Let's go ahead and look at our Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is speaking of balance, being able to juggle your resources and really roll with it, be able to keep your money together so that you can achieve what you need to. So, and see, again, with the family card saying that sense of purposeful life, high self-esteem, sense of connectedness. So this might actually be a time when you are working with family with money. I'm thinking this is something that's going to be a family, not investment. Well, maybe investment is the right word. A family investment, because you're learning how to keep your financial ducks in a row. You're learning how to, and you're embracing the fact that you have to juggle your resources, not just money, even though this is a money card, but being able to keep all your resources in play so that you can be successful financially. Then you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which just, it's saying that abundance is everywhere, that you are very strong in your mind of how you want to handle your money. You're getting your ducks in a row. You have that family support for that, and because of that backing, you're feeling that high self-esteem, very stable. So when you have your money cards really on deck like that, and then you have the family card saying, or that emotional card saying, yes, everything is going to be coming together for your stability, being able to handle your finances in a way that it benefits you, being able to have that backing and the family security that you have. And then the Ace of Pentacles, again, just really reinforcing that the opportunity for financial gain is going to be there for you this weekend, and that material abundance in particular is going to be very, very strong for you. So a very good money week for you, Virgo. And hello to you, Aries. Nice to see you again. And we have the Moon, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Knight of Cups for you. So you have a power card in your reading, and a very nice one. The Moon actually speaks to our Pisces. It's got that Pisces backing in astrology. So a Pisces is very strongly figured into your weekend. That's what it's looking like. And the Moon is just talking about having that sense of divine communication and being able to see what other people don't see. Being able to really be in tune and insightful, maybe even a visionary. You're trusting your intuition to show you something that is not on the surface, something that other people aren't going to see. Then you have your Eight of Wands, your action card. The Eight of Wands is talking about being able to handle more than one thing at a time. So several things are going on for you this weekend. A busy weekend, probably emotionally, physically, every way you can look at it. You're going to be called upon to just be in charge of a lot of things, be responsible for a lot of things, and wear more than one hat this weekend. So you're going to be busy with that. And then because you're in that very intuitive part of yourself this week, very strong trust in your intuition, being open to more spiritual, maybe even more so than intellectual things. That Moon is really speaking to your spiritual self, your intuition. And then your Eight of Wands is saying that you are willing and ready to travel, to be open to opportunities, really want to take advantage of every situation you can. Things are going very quickly, but you're okay with that. You're going to be able to handle it. And then with your Knight of Cups, it's talking about that strong rush of feelings, very intense emotions this weekend. So again, with all of these things going on, your Moon starting out your reading says that you are going to be ready for whatever comes your way, especially with this Knight of Cups saying intense emotions are going to be involved. Well, you're open to those intense emotions this weekend, and you are ready to handle anything that's coming at you. So whether it be emotional, I don't, of course, it's a 3-card reading, so there's no challenge. There's no money in this. So I think it's just going to be a lot of things are going to be asked of you that are emotional, that aren't physical. So being open to it, being already in the position where you're having these intense emotions. So it's emotional sacrifice you're going to be doing, emotional juggling. So be ready for that, Aries. And welcome to you, Taurus. We are starting with the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So starting out with your challenge, that 10 of Swords, it's like the end almost of something. So there's been something you've long suffered something, and it's coming to an end now. It's bringing you some peace, not necessarily the peace you would have expected. With that 10 of Swords, it's like something that's been hard fought, like you've really worked for this. It's finally happening. You're glad that it's happening, but you just, you don't, it's like, when you get something that you want, you have worked toward this, you think this is what you wanted, and then when it's all said and done, you're like, well, it's done, and I'm glad I stuck with it, and I went through it, but now I actually have, so now you have it, but you don't know how to feel about it. It's not exactly what you would have wanted or expected. So that's okay. Things like that happen. But now we have your 8 of Pentacles. When we're talking about your money, with your money, it's, again, something where you are feeling that satisfaction for long term. It's something that has been ongoing, opening you up for new opportunities for advancement. But it's been long term, so your sense of prosperity has been sticking with you. It's going to continue to stick with you. So even though you have that 10 of Swords talking about it's a victory that you're glad you had, but it's not the one you were expecting. With your 8 of Pentacles, it's saying, yeah, this is skilled. This is something that you have worked toward. Again, long term, but it is bringing you prosperity. It's been a long-term goal. It's something that you have been working toward, and now this part of it is done. So it's finished, but oftentimes you finish something and you feel like a loss almost when it's done. So that's what's happening. Something is ending for you, Taurus, that has been long sought after, worthwhile work, and now it's finishing. Then your Page of Cups, your emotional card, is talking about creativity and connection and a sense of goodwill overall. But it's also talking about an appreciation for the talent that it takes to create art. As you see, he's got the little artist cap on. So perhaps it's something along those lines. Taurus, if you are the creative soul, if you're the creative one, and you have I feel like this is something you've created, so your baby, something you've created, something that will bring you some financial gain, and now it is done. Perhaps you've sold a piece of artwork. Perhaps you have been in the art world and now you've decided to move out of it. So I kind of feel like that's happening for you with that Page of Cups. So don't be sad, because when something ends, it leaves room for something new to happen. And hello, Sagittarius. We are starting with your 2 of Swords, your Ace of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. So we have the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is talking about a compromise that's upcoming, but something that you're really probably not wanting to do. It's regardless of your feelings, that this is something that's going to benefit you, Sagittarius. So you're going to bite the bullet, you're going to do it. You're very optimistic. So by nature, it's kind of like in your DNA, in the Sagittarius resume, being optimistic. So you're really going to be pulling that out of you this weekend. You're really going to be using that because you're going to find you have to either compromise with or negotiate with someone or for something that you really would rather not be doing. But regardless of your feelings, you have to do it. You have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is talking about new emotional experiences, almost psychic abilities, feeling like you want to have or you would like to have that feeling again of a fresh love, a new love. So perhaps that's where you're at, Sagittarius. This might be a relationship with that Ace of Cups smack in the middle of your reading and then talking about compromise or negotiations. That sounds like a relationship to me. So perhaps you're changing stations, you're changing your relationship up, and you're not really sure how to feel about it. You're not really sure if you're ready for this step. So be thinking about that, because it seems like that's going to be coming up for you this weekend, that your relationship status is going to change in some way, and it's going to require negotiation and compromise, but you're not really sure how you feel about it. Don't leave that in limbo. You're going to have to be strong, and the Ace of Cups is telling you that you have that drive to feel that new relationship, to make an old love feel new. So apparently whatever you're going to have to compromise about or the negotiations you're going to be in are going to be important for that feeling to happen. Then we have your Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is talking about success and an upswing in enthusiasm and more productivity. So even though it is a money card, I feel like it's talking about this change that you're going to be making emotionally, this wanting to have this fresh new feeling, this emotional experience that will bring you bliss. So the Three of Pentacles is just saying, yeah, it is going to, you're going to be very successful with your creativity in your emotional world, and you are going to have an upswing in your enthusiasm. So I'm feeling like you're going to achieve that. So just be open to what your partner or the person who you're going to be changing your status with, be open to what they have to say. It sounds like it'll be worthwhile, Sagittarius. Leo, welcome. And let's see. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have the Three of Swords. So starting with the 3, ending with the 3, and a nice power card right in the middle there. So with the Three of Wands, Three of Wands is talking about your initiative paying off and being really good at creative problem solving. And that's really cool that you have that along with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is your spiritual guide. He is your mentor, someone who is helping you increase and improve your spiritual knowledge, your spiritual self. So it seems very, very nice to have that Three of Wands saying that your creativity, your ability to be very open-minded and goal-oriented would work very well with having the Hierophant hanging around to give you advice and wanting you to do well, encouraging you, there to answer your questions, help you understand where you're going and what you want to do. So this is a weekend, Leo, where you're definitely going to be able to achieve that. You are very creative yourself. So having that spiritual leader there, that person who makes you think outside the box, along with your Three of Wands, which is saying that yes, that creativity is flowing through you very strongly this weekend. You really are on fire when it comes to creative problem solving. You're even taking on a few other people's problems. What do you need me to solve for you? So you're going to be that person this weekend, Leo, that people are like, well, I know that I can trust you to give me some really good options. You can help me realize what I could do. And then because you have that spiritual leader, that your creativity would naturally be stronger. If you're in tune with and in tap, your creativity is on tap. You have someone who's actually helping you with that. So definitely feel free to be very creative this weekend, Leo. And also the Hierophant is closely related to your Taurus. And so A Taurus could figure very heavily into your weekend, trying to help you with this. Then we have your Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is kind of a sad card. It says that you are going to experience some sorrow this weekend, but you have to remember to keep things light and to keep yourself balanced emotionally, because it's really easy to give into that, to just resign yourself to, oh, woe is me. Do not give into that this weekend, Leo, because you do have that spiritual leader right there. He is steadfast. He is placed right in the center of your reading, and he wants to help you. And then you have that Three of Wands saying that your initiative is going to pay off. Your creativity is going to be at its peak, and it's going to help you through whatever you're going through with that Three of Swords. So just stay positive and lean on this person. If you have that Hierophant in your life, definitely go for it. Listen to them. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you for checking in, and let's see. We start with the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So some emotion going on there for you this weekend, Aquarius. You are starting with and ending with it. Very intuitive by nature. So I mention that all the time, that you are already very intuitive. So this much emotion in your weekend means... Well, with the Queen of Cups, we are talking about compassion and a strong psychic connection to a specific person. So you're probably going to be honing in on someone who really needs you this weekend. I would say that someone who perhaps you haven't been giving as much attention, or you're thinking, oh, they're on an even keel, they're doing great, they don't need my help, they don't need my support. Well, this weekend you're probably going to find out that this person is going to be reaching out to you because they do need that help, or because of that almost psychic connection with this person, with that Queen of Cups, the person's going to reach out to you. And wouldn't it be cool if you just kind of sense it, if you kind of just know? And we've all been there. We've all had that experience where you do kind of sense, you feel, even if the person doesn't look or seem like they're sad, or look or seem like they're in a quandary as far as something emotional goes, or something where they might need you to talk to, be their sounding board, be their advisor. Well, you're going to have that. You're either going to feel it, which I'm thinking, because it's the Queen of Cups and that strong psychic connection with just a specific person, you're going to be feeling it. Someone's going to be reaching out to you, and you're definitely going to be there for them. And then with the Six of Cups, it's talking about happiness and how your past can prove as a positive influence for you. So perhaps this might even be someone from your past, someone from your childhood, someone who you used to be that for, or perhaps even the other way around, someone who used to always be there for you, and now this person is going to be receiving that same type of love and help from you. So I think that's lovely, that balance. And with it being the Queen of Cups, I would say, yeah, that balance is going to come to you. That strong sense of compassion is going to be for someone either from your past, or someone who makes you feel nostalgic, makes you feel like you've known them forever, and they are just an integral part of you, and you're going to be able to help them out with something emotional as well. Then with your Nine of Pentacles, we're talking about good luck and prosperity, and being able to appreciate the little things. So enjoying the rewards of your work and feeling like you're successful all the time. So perhaps that's, even though it's not emotional, that might be what that person is reaching out for. That sense of abundance that you carry with you, Aquarius. This weekend, someone's going to be asking you to help them to achieve the same thing, and you'll be up for the challenge. And hello to you, Gemini. Thank you for stopping by. And we have the Six of Swords. We have the High Priestess. Oh, and the Sun. So you have two nice, strong power cards, very positive ones. in your reading this weekend. So let's go ahead and start with the one that is not a power card, and it is, after all, the first card in your reading. That Six of Swords is representing improvement in your life and steady progress. So this weekend you are going to be a force to be reckoned with, just really getting things done. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And the improvements and the steady progress that you have is going to really be strong for you, because this is coming after some strife. Some things have really not been going well for you, Gemini. So this weekend you're going to start to feel that upswing. You're going to start to feel like you are finally being rewarded for what you've been doing. You are moving just every day. Everything you do is working for that improvement. You have the High Priestess in your reading, and she represents insights and spiritual development, and being able to listen to and trust your intuition. So she wants you to get to this point as well. So she is just there to help you, wanting you to be able to really tune into yourself, listen to your higher self. What are you wanting for yourself? And because with that Six of Swords, you already know that this transition is coming for you, that you have been long suffering and you do deserve this change. So that sense of peace restored is coming for you. That this weekend is really, it's going to start to, the ball is just going to start rolling, and you have this person, this High Priestess, who is there to help you remember that you have it in you already to do this. So just be sure to listen. It might be more than one person. I like to think that High Priestess, there's usually more than one person in your life that does that for you. Someone who helps you to be more in tune with your inner self. Helps you say, you already know what you're supposed to be doing. So that's who that card is representing. Those people that are pushing you toward the positive, for you to get your own answer. And then ending with the Sun, just pure happiness, a sense that all is well. So things are going to go very, very well for you, Gemini. You're going to be able to come out of this long period of difficulty feeling more successful, feeling like you're moving toward a very positive end game and a good goal. You've got the High Priestess, or those people in your life that are pushing you to really listen to yourself. You already know the answer. You know where you should be. And then with the Sun, just saying, yes, that sense of security that you get from this, the positive outcomes that are going to be coming from you being diligent and sticking to it through difficulty, that's all going to be paying off for you this weekend, Gemini. And hello, my fellow Libras. Let's see what we are starting out with. The King of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and Temperance. So you got two power cards in your reading, and I always, usually there's usually something emotional in our reading, but it's really refreshing when there's not. So we're starting out with money, and a nice strong money card it is. With the King of Pentacles, we're talking about a sense of economic power, to the point where you are feeling like you can be generous as well. You are just really steeped in that feeling of wealth and abundance, like you've got it. Everything is coming to fruition. Everything is coming together the way that you would like it to. So your financial weekend, it's going to be pretty strong, Libra. So feel confident in what's happening for you this weekend. You're going to be making good financial decisions, even though the weekend is a great time to make terrible ones. It's time to do all sorts of naughty things. But it sounds like you're going to be on your economic game. So that's a wonderful way to go through life, let alone just your weekend. But this weekend, it's going to be strong for you. You're going to be very very tapped into success and very capable and responsible as far as money goes. With the Hanged Man is usually asking you to take a moment to really think, a pause in your life to discover things you might not have time for if you didn't. So this weekend might be a good time for you to have some contemplation time, where you just really sit and think about, or give some energy to things that you haven't been thinking about, something that needs your attention but hasn't had it. So Libra, there's something that you've been maybe even avoiding, And the Hangman, I believe, is saying to you that this weekend is the time to really give that some thought, give it the energy that it deserves, maybe even resolve this thing, get it over once and for good, once and for all. So don't ignore it anymore. There's been something that's been gnawing at you, and maybe it even is financial, because you've got that King of Pentacles at the beginning, but do not ignore it any longer. It is time to address it. And then Temperance is saying that there is balance, there is a sense of compromise that makes things work. So if you're willing to do those things and communicate well, it will come back to you. Now, Temperance is affiliated with Sagittarius. So as I always say, if you have someone of that sign, seek them out, or that person may very well be figure very highly and very strongly into the situation. But of course, Temperance is helping you just to keep things in balance until you get what you need. So with the Temperance and the Hanged Man there, I'm thinking that your financial success and the way that you're handling your money this weekend is coming from you being in tune to the fact that you do have to address something and that the balance has been working, but now it's time to make a decision, Libra. And hello to you, Cancer. Let's see what we have. Oh, we're starting with the World. Wonderful card. Oh, and Strength, another power card. And then your emotional card, the Four of Cups. So, I love that you got emotion with strength, because the Strength card in the tarot represents the other type of strength, where you are so strong within your knowledge of your strength. You are so confident that you know that you can lead and you can exhibit your strength without brute force. So you exude strength, you exude compassion and endurance, all those things that do make you strong. Having composure in a difficult situation. So with that going for you, and then of course the World, the World just represents joy, a sense of accomplishment, being able to meet a goal or resolving some issue that you've had and opening the way for new beginnings. So with the World starting you out with strength, just saying that you are exhibiting all those things that are necessary to be successful, to overcome just about anything. Strength is pivotal for success. So you have that. And then you have the World saying that this is going to bring you great joy. This weekend is going to be very joyful for you. You are going to feel very accomplished. So it's just going to be an overall good weekend, I would say, for everything. Emotion, finances, work, everything is going to be going well for you this weekend, Cancer. So definitely appreciate that. And, the very tenacious nature that you have, very caring, all of those things are coming into play, very much pulling your strong traits. Like I said, your caring, your tenacity, it's definitely going to work well with you this weekend. And then with the Four of Cups being that where you have to remember to keep things interesting. If you've been with someone for a long time, whether that be a friend, a lover, family members, you have to remember to appreciate them. Always make sure that the people that are important to you know that they're important to you. Don't take them for granted. For me, that Four of Cups is always saying, be careful not to be distracted in your relationships. Don't feel like just because they're there. Maybe that's a good way to put it. Just because they're there. Because that's not the way to show your appreciation. And if you ask long-term relationship people, whether that be friends forever, partners in business, partners in life, when you ask people who have been together a long time, the one thing that they seem to all say is that we don't take each other for granted. We appreciate the relationship we have every day. Doesn't mean you have to do something new and exciting every day, but letting them know that you care about them just as much as you did when you first met them, or they are still very important to you. Nothing wrong with letting them know that. So Cancer, keep that in mind and have a joyous week. Hello, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by, and let's see what Spirit is saying for you this weekend. We are starting with Justice, the Nine of Swords. Oh, and we're in with the Tower. So power cards on either end. But I will say right off the bat, you do have Justice, which is talking about the sense of right and wrong, a strong sense of fair play and your virtue. And then you're ending with the Tower, which the Tower, of course, represents that turbulence that is going to come to you to give you a positive outcome. So, I mean, wow, Pisces. Starting with Justice, ending with the Tower. Now, Justice is strongly linked to our Libras. Libras are very serious about that sense of right and wrong, what is fair, always digging for the truth. So perhaps this weekend, Pisces, I'm feeling like a truth or some karma is going to be coming to you this weekend, and it's going to cause the Tower for you. They say the truth shall set you free, and in this case, it might be something that you would much rather have not addressed, at least not this weekend, but just be prepared for it, and it's going to cause some temporary chaos for you. Some big stuff is going to happen from this. So if you've been hiding something, or you have been omitting the truth or skirting around the truth, well, it's coming to you this weekend, Pisces. So be prepared for it, because it sounds like it has to come out. It's something it's the first card in your reading. So that truth has to come out. This balance, this cause and effect, the effect is coming for you. You've caused it. Something has happened. I don't know if it's a recent thing. I can't really feel whether it's recent or usually if something causes a catastrophic effect, it's something that's been around for a while. It's something you have been avoiding for a long time, something you have not been telling the truth about for quite some time, and it's coming to light this weekend. So be careful with that, because if you don't handle it well, it could be bad. And if the truth is coming out, embrace it, accept it, it's yours. Embrace that truth, and hopefully the Tower won't be so big, so bad. But with your Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords is the Nightmare challenge card, saying anxiety, stress, a battle within your mind between what you know is reality and what you know should be happening, and your fears. So this is something you really didn't want to shed light on, and light is being shed on it. So just be prepared for that, Pisces. I don't usually like to say anything that's negative. I'm not saying it's completely negative. It's going to have a good outcome. You're going to be doing okay when it's done. But Pisces, it's going to knock you on your keister, so be ready for it. Something big is coming. And it's not something that you wanted to share, at least not yet. And Scorpio, hello to you. So we are starting with the Six of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So action, money. So we have the Six of Wands talking about victory and success, a strong sense of self-confidence, and being publicly recognized. So something that you've been doing, Scorpio, is going to get you some public recognition, but you're going to feel like you deserve it. So even if you're not someone who takes to the limelight or takes to being in the spotlight, someone who you're kind of shy, and you don't tend to accept compliments well, you're going to be ready to accept this compliment, because it's something that you have been working towards, something that you're very proud of, whether this be a hobby, a charity that you work with, something that you are doing, you're going to be receiving some recognition for. And it's something that you are going to be okay with getting the recognition. You are going to feel it's deserved. You are going to feel that success. It's going to be very good for you, Scorpio. So that's very, very nice that you are going to have this kind of someone's going to recognize what you've been doing. You're going to feel like it's a worthwhile effort. And yay, somebody finally recognized that you're doing it. With the Five of Wands, let's go ahead and do your wands. With the Five of Wands, it's talking about cooperation, being needed to meet a challenge, having to regroup and think about this. What can I do to make this situation better? But that discomfort that's caused by your challenge that's coming up for you is going to make you grow. So you are going to really see a benefit to some discord. You're going to have some things going on, perhaps working with people that you never thought you'd have to work with, seeking someone's advice that you never thought you'd get advice from. This is going to be your benefit. If you're willing to get past that and say, well, you know, I think I am going to talk to this person or these people, I think I need to just take a moment and regroup. Think about how I've been doing things. How can I benefit from working with other people, getting advice from other people? So those are going to work together very well for you. Then with the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles is talking about perseverance and being patient with long-term developments, having faith that they will come out well. So when you're talking about that for your financial situation, realizing that you are going to have to work with people and get along with people to get something done, really kind of be a little uncomfortable, not quite sure how you're going to feel about this situation, but knowing it needs to be done. So that's how it's going to be working out for you this weekend, Scorpio. Have faith in yourself and keep it moving. It'll happen. Thank you for joining me, and I want to invite you to join me for your weekly reading airing this Sunday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.